Hey guys, so I'm filming at home. Can you believe it? Most of my videos lately have been filmed at work, so I'm filming at home and don't mind my arms. They are peeling a little bit, but that's a good sign because finally my sunburn does not hurt. Anyways, as you can tell by the title, I thought that I would do another little quick Q&A video to kind of answer some of the questions that I've received via comments and messages and direct messages on Instagram. So I only have 6 questions, so hopefully this video won't turn out to be really long. We'll see. Hopefully I will try not to ramble, and I do have them written down in my little notebook. Sorry, I kind of blanked there. Okay, so question number 1 is, why is CNA not a career choice for you? So I made a whole video explaining why CNA is not a career choice, and that was actually taken very wrong. People thought that I did not enjoy being a CNA, but it's actually exactly the opposite. However, I don't feel like CNAs get paid enough for the things that we do and the things that we're responsible for. I feel like we are kind of mistreated by nurses, doctors, and other facility staff. And I have always had the goal to become a nurse. I had somebody comment on that video saying that, you know, maybe I'm just not meant for the medical field or not meant to be a CNA. And it is totally not that way at all. I love what I do, but I have chronic illness, and so it's very difficult for me to come to work every day and be responsible for rolling people and turning people and lifting people and all of that stuff. And so I'm trying to get through nursing school as soon as I can in order to be able to still work in the medical field, but just not as a CNA. However, I do love what I do, and I feel like since I'm becoming a nurse, I will definitely have a greater appreciation for my CNAs because I've worked as a CNA. Question number 2 is, why am I choosing LPN before RN? Now, the very simple answer to that is finances. I am paying for nursing school out of my own pockets. I am getting no financial aid, no scholarships, no grants, nothing like that. So the LPN route is definitely more affordable for me than going straight to RN. Basically, what my plan is to get my LPN, work a little bit as an LPN, and then I can work my way through RN school. So it's not that I'm going to stop at LPN, it's just LPN is going to be the first stop for me on my goal towards becoming a nurse practitioner eventually. I don't plan on stopping at LPN or RN. It's just basically I'm moving through the ranks as I'm able to because it's more affordable for me. Question number 3, how long before you knew your CNA state test results? So basically in the state of Indiana, the state test is run by Ivy Tech, which is a community college. They send out the testers and everything. You do your written test and your skills test. Now, how it was when I did it was our class was broken up into halves. Half of the people took the skills test portion first, and half of the people took the written test portion first. Now, we were told our written test scores first. I was part of the group that took the written test first. We were told our written test scores, and then we had to go do skills. Now, not everybody knew their test results first before they took the skills portion. It just depended on when you got done with the test and how soon they were able to grade them. But basically, once you got done with your skills test, you were given a piece of paper that told you whether you passed or failed. We did have to sit for a little bit and wait so that the tester could get through the whole group of people taking the skills test. So then they could write down who passed, who failed, all of that stuff. And we knew the same day. We knew before we left the building whether or not we passed the state test. It's not like other places where you have to wait and get your results on the computer or mailed to you or anything like that. We knew before we left the building. Question number 4, what was it like as a new CNA? It was totally overwhelming. I do have multiple videos posted on my channel about my experiences as a new CNA and how I felt. It was definitely overwhelming because it's not like clinicals where you have somebody helping you, you know, you're working as a team with other people. You're basically, after you're off orientation, you're on your own and you are responsible for these people. So it is a little bit overwhelming, but I absolutely loved it. My very first job was on a memory care unit, a locked memory care unit, and some people don't like being locked in, but I really didn't mind it because the whole reason why I became a CNA was because I had a passion for people with Alzheimer's and dementia. So it really didn't bother me whatsoever. It was a great learning experience, and I actually really miss the residents. That was a great first job to start out with. I worked on evening shift for my first job. Question number 5 is, why did you go from the hospital back to a nursing home setting? Basically, what happened was when I was working at the hospital, I was working on the orthopedics floor, and I got really sick. It got to the point where I was having heart problems. I was having all kinds of other stuff going on. I was basically having a medical crisis, and eventually I ended up having a mini stroke, and later on, a couple months after that, I was actually diagnosed with MS, multiple sclerosis, and by the time that I was able to get back to work, I had missed too much work because I was still technically within my probation period as a new employee, because at the hospital I worked at, the probation period was 6 months. So they ended up letting me go because of that. And that's why I ended up back at the nursing home, back in the nursing home setting, because basically I was not able to find a job anywhere else. I have applied for jobs at the hospital, but because of what happened, I seriously doubt they would ever hire me back. However, I will not stop trying. So that's the answer to that. Basically, because of a medical crisis, I ended up having to go back to whoever hired me first, and it just so happened to be a nursing home. The last question number 6, are you open to being a travel nurse? Actually, it's kind of what I have thought about. I wouldn't mind working in the hospital setting or in a doctor's office or something like that, but I feel like you get a lot more money as a travel nurse, and you also get to see different parts of the world, different parts of the country. You can do a lot of different things, and the only part that would suck about travel nursing is that you don't really get to get used to a unit or get used to the people you work with because you're constantly traveling. However, I do feel like, you know, being able to see new things and see different types of patients all the time would be something that I would enjoy. So after I get enough experience, like a year, 2 years, I will probably try for travel nursing or else like a doctor's office. I don't know. I haven't really decided, but it is something that I'm definitely open to because it sounds like a lot of fun, and you also get buku bucks for being a travel nurse. So yeah, that is all the questions. This did turn out to be a longer video than I anticipated, so I'm sorry for that. But anyways, I hope you guys have enjoyed. If there's any other questions that you feel like I could answer for you or that you're just curious about, always feel free to ask. Never be afraid to ask me anything. I am an open book, and nursing school starts in 2 days. Anyways, well, not starts. It starts again. Fall semester starts in 2 days. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like I said, if you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. Send them to me via private message or direct message on Instagram. And with that being said, that's all I have for right now. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will talk to you guys again in a couple days.